Hello, Camille. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Camille Corbett, and I'm the director of The Island.
Woohoo! Well, I've personally seen The Island. Okay, so for the people
Yay.
who haven't seen it yet, could you tell us what's it about?
Okay, so The Island is about this girl named Zora and her family, and basically there's a mystery that unfolds where she finds out that her father has died and they don't know who the culprit is.
Mm,
And so they sort of have to figure out, and the police get involved, and there's an investigation. And sort of at the end of the film, there's like this sort of revealing moment where Zora thinks that she has found his killer. And like the audience knows that she's found the killer, but like there's nothing said and then it just
mm.
ends.
Camille, I love
I
the
don't know. I literally described the whole film to everyone,
dog. Yeah,
leaving nothing to the imagination.
yeah. So what were the influences doing this movie?
Oh man. So my main influence was Suspiria.
Mm,
I feel like you can tell like in the beginning of the film, with like that first death, like the death that you see in the beginning.
mm,
Um, I was really inspired by the second Suspiria. I think that one was like in 2011. Had Dakota Johnson. It was just like amazing.
mm,
And like there's a lot of like, like dance related to death in that
mm,
film. And like there's an amazing scene where like someone just like gets like decapitated,
mm,
and like I feel like that like scene like inspired really the beginning of my film. I was just like, I want something like that, but
mm,
Caribbean,
mm,
sensual, but like dangerous.
mm. It's so, the movie is so intelligent, actually. Tell me more about the challenges that you faced during the shoot.
Oh man, so for me, I write on TV shows and like I produce like, reality TV.
Mm,
And so I came in like to like directing The Island with like very little directing experience. Like I went
mm,
to film school and I directed a couple music videos and stuff like that. And like one other proof of concept, not nearly on this level. And I like, just the challenge of being a director. I also played the villain in The Island. And so, like, also acting while directing and making sure that everything was like okay. I feel like my biggest challenge was honestly casting.
mm.
Like casting a believable family because
Yeah,
like we have a huge cast
yeah.
was really hard to do, and finding like strong actors
Mm,
that really could embody these characters was really important.
mm,
The Island's like obviously based off something that happened in my life.
mm,
Um and yeah, basically my family, we were supposed to go to the Dominican Republic,
mm.
and we found out that they were poisoning tourists there,
Oh my
and we
gosh.
decided not to go. Yeah, I know. Like
I
they're putting
love
antifreeze in.
DR.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do too. And I thought that was really interesting. But like, I've traveled to a lot of different countries
Mm.
on my own and with my family, and tourists are really annoying. My family's like very annoying, sort of tourist people. While I'm the sort of like tourist where if I go someplace, I try and assimilate into the culture as best I can. I try and blend in, respect whatever they're doing. And I feel like if I was, someone working in the tourism industry and I was with someone who didn't want to respect my culture, I'd want them dead too. So, it's what it
That was
is. I
straightforward,
am.
right?
Yeah, I literally I could sympathize with them. I saw both sides. But yeah, I definitely thought in my mind, I was like, they definitely would have tried to like murder my family because they're so obnoxious. So I decided to write about it. And yeah, the main character, Zora, is actually based off of myself, even though I played the villain.
Cool. This is super cool. So what another question about the cast, because you said it, it's a huge cast, and
Yes.
I believe that one of your biggest challenges was is to make us believe that these are like actual family, they are
Yeah.
together, they are tell me more about the management of like a huge cast in a short.
For me, I really felt like I'm a comedian as well. And
Mm,
I felt like as a director, I sort of had to be an entertainer
mm,
as well to make sure that they were alive and still in it.
mm,
I still wanted them to like, feel everything, realize where they're at. And when you're directing that large of a cast, especially like in these wide shots that I was doing, it's important for everyone to be on it. It's like a
mm,
play.
mm,
And so I felt like often as a director, I was like entertaining them, reminding of like them where they're at, reminding them of their like
mm,
motivations, but
mm,
like keeping them alive because it's like it's a long time to just like sit in the same spot and like still be in it. And
mm,
so it's really just like making sure like they were still entertained
mm.
even throughout like that very long shoot.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where where was the location of the shooting?
Honestly, like it's kind of interesting. Even though it was meant to be set in the Caribbean, we actually shot it in Pasadena,
Oh wow.
California. So very different vibes,
Yeah.
but shout out to like the production designer, Deepti. She was
Mm,
able to create like, a very Caribbean feel
yeah.
and like this like, very like English looking house.
Mm, mm. Cool, cool. So I want to know about the story. So did the story change? Like, have it changed during the shooting? Was it like how did that happen? Or were you sure like 100% that these were your scenes and you're not changing?
Okay, so the story changed a little bit.
Mm,
So basically, I wrote the feature version of the island,
mm.
and
I want to see it. I want to see it.
yeah, I know. So basically, the short is a proof of concept
Yeah.
for like a larger feature that I wrote, and
Mm,
I pulled out three different like sort of shorts
mm,
the feature, and I like sort of tested them. I sent them to different people and I was like, what do you think? Which one do you like better? And this one that I shot was the one that people liked the most.
mm,
But I think that the biggest change while shooting story wise, like, because I wasn't anticipating there to be any changes story wise, I
mm,
wanted to go directly to script. But the person that discovered the person who's died's body,
mm,
there's a person who dies in the beginning of the film,
mm,
and he's like sort of like the patriarch of the family.
mm,
And when he dies, I had initially his wife, who was played by Numa Perrier,
mm,
discover him, but like some scheduling issues happened like last minute, and I had to get Anjali to sub in for her. And honestly, it worked out because Anjali is supposed to be the lead,
mm,
so it like sort of tied things together a little bit better in my opinion.
mm.
But that's the only story change that like really
Nice.
happened, like who discovered the body.
Mm,
And
mm,
I was really like happy to be able to give like such a powerful moment to like like a young newer actress.
mm,
But I was disappointed that I couldn't see Numa as like, like an
mm.
amazing scream queen because I know she would have been amazing.
Yeah, of course. Camille, what do you say? What is the advice that you give to emerging filmmakers?
Don't be afraid to ask for money.
Mm,
Um, but when you do like have a solid business plan, like entertainment is literally just business.
mm,
So if you have an investment, make sure that you come in with like, a strong pitch deck, and then you'll be able to create the projects that you've always wanted to create. I feel like even like at a Kickstarter level, it should still like, have that professional feel to it, and you will reach your goal because people will see how passionate you are and
mm.
how professional you are, and they'll know that you're capable of doing that.
Yeah, that is so interesting. Camille, I love the background actually behind you. That-
Yeah.
my background is so lame, but yours is it's
I
more.
love The Valley of the Dolls.
Yeah,
Definitely one of my favorite films of all
yeah,
time.
yeah. Cool, cool. Well, Camille, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Let's hope that maybe next year you can make it to Paris, right? Let's aim
Yes.
for that.
That would be amazing.
Cool. It was nice meeting you. It was nice talking about your script. And so this interview will be posted on YouTube like in a few minutes.
Oh wow, that's so soon.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you very good end of day, whatever zone, time zone
Like
you're
1 p.m.
at. Okay, perfect. I'm at 1 p.m. as well. Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.